morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to a bit of World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary Edition. It has been a while, and in fact, it's been so long that my subscription is possibly going to renew soon. Oh, hello, what's all this then? My god, yes, I've just had an update for all my mods. Add-ons, rather. And yeah, it's been a while. It's so long, in fact, that what date are we on? Interesting that doesn't work. So it's the 10th of August today. We've still got the Fire Festival stuff here. So, the Dark Moon Fair is in Elwyn Forest. Cool, but we don't really like the Dark Moon Fair such. So, unfortunately, that festival's no longer on. So, essentially, we can't do any of the Eastern Forest stuff, Eastern Kingdom stuff here. So, you'll have to forgive me, because I'm a bit out of the loop with things. It's been about a month or so since I played, so I'm trying to remember exactly what we're here for. Okay, so we've got lots of quests, and... right. Okay, so Zul'Farrak. We can't go to Zul'Farrak, really, because there's a lot of stuff there. That's no good for us. Let's have a look at Dungeon Finder. Why not? Am I still in the guild mentions? Yes, I am. Oh wow. Okay. So it seems as though there's a purge because I've been logging in every week to try and stay in the guild, and the last time I was on, I think it was like 900 members, so they've purged 400 inactive players. Okay. Well, that's okay. But no, I think everything's still active. That's good. Josh has updated his stream schedule to, I think 10 in the evening. So, Rutharan Village. Something Tunnel we can't really do, and Bugs. Dissolus, Badlands. Okay, maybe there's something in Badlands we can do. Which is, am I correct in thinking it's down this... No, it's Blasted Lands. Badlands is down here, I think. I'm really sorry about this. I appreciate that I'm not overly helpful in this instance. A lot of stuff there. Don't really want to do regions for Reclaim this. What level are we? We're 43, so we really do want some level appropriate quests. Lots of quests down here. Ah, okay then. Stranglethorn. Lower Stranglethorn we could possibly do. I think a lot of those are actually going to be in there itself. And Bugs. I don't really want to do that particular quest. I suppose it would be nice and easy, wouldn't it? What are our alternatives? What's level appropriate for us? We've got lots of quests here. Ah, yes. We're meant to be over here. I got you. Okay. So, basically, we're going over there. Cool. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Truth be told, it's going to be a bit of a talking head video, I suspect. Because I haven't really got... I can't really tell you much about Warcraft going on at the moment. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that'll be Dark Moon. Great. Well, Spawn of Jub. I wonder if that's going to tell me to kill a monster called Jub. Who knows? What's really good? Yeah. I will have to run all my key bindings. So, yeah. So, what's been going on lately? I'll talk about the industry. There's been a lot going on in the games industry lately. I'll first of all talk about PlayStation. PlayStation has announced that the PlayStation 6 will not have a physical disc drive. They won't be doing physical discs anymore. I'm surprised it took about, 3 console generations since, like, the Xbox 360 and PS3, where the internet connectivity was a major part of it. Like, internet connectivity has been around since, I think, the Dreamcast and Sega TV, if anyone remembers Sega TV. Josh, it didn't. That's not... No. I don't know if that's actually Hayes or not. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Yeah, so, I'm surprised it took as long as it did for consoles to go physical diskless, basically. And it's bad that it's happening, but to be honest, it's like, what were we doing to prevent it? So I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, buy physical, buy, buy. And it's like, no. The facilities to make physical discs are no longer a thing anymore. So yeah, like Sony have stopped paying for the warehouses. I think the contract ended, or they shut down their first-party ones. So they're not doing that anymore. So even if you want to show your support buying physical, it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Sorry. And what else is there? So yeah, physical's going away. And oh yeah, I think the stats were like a case of. The statue that flies, that's a gargoyle. Go on. So yeah, it's like physical's going away. And I suppose it took that long. 85% of their sales were physical. To be fair, Sony and other game companies aren't exactly keen on making physical a thing, really. Like they're quite okay with not having physical games around anymore. So there's that aspect of it. And yeah. Oh, the PS6 might cost over $1,000 as well, and who's got that sort of money? I think we're going to see with a lot of consoles going forward is the same thing that a lot of PC players did, where it's like, I'm actually fine with my PC. Like, I gave my partner my old PC, which had a GTX 1070 in it, which was, I think the 10 series of GTX was one of the best NVIDIA graphics card series. Oh shit, I forgot to never mind. Right, we're having a nice long swim then. Please, hostile. No, thank God for that. Right. I remember in all my keybinds and things like that. Muscle memory's still there. Nice. So, yeah. I'm genuinely not at all surprised that they're doing it. And yeah, they made it as hard as possible to basically get physical in the first place. Still doesn't change the fact that it's still not all that desirable anyway. People have been moving to digital for years, and in every aspect of life. You know, who's boycotting Netflix, you know, when really just like, I just don't want to pay for it anymore, you know? There's lots of people who say they're going to boycott something and it's actually just...
What's on your mind?
Price. Now, if there was something worth boycotting, I'd say it was... I'd probably have to say it was... Xbox. I'm a hypocrite here playing World of Warcraft. Because Xbox has let go of, I think, over 2,000 people. CEO Sharma said that essentially there were like 14 levels of management, and she wants to cut that down to 4, which, fine, fair enough, cool. But there's a lot of low-level people rather than C-suite people who got laid off, including the Elder Scrolls Online developers, and many major players were lost there. What was her name now? There was a community manager whose name has just escaped me now. My short-term memory is awful. The community manager there, the face of ESO basically, was a really good community manager, and she got laid off. And, you know, she's the one person who's sort of holding up the public positive perception of of ESO. She answered loads of questions, did loads of Q&A. She was really, really active on the forums, which is rare for games these days. But yeah, she was really active on the forums, and it was shit that they just canned her. Like, nice. So, goes to show how much they know. Loads of lead designers went. Loads of major players there have just disappeared off the face of the earth as far as the game is concerned. And now content updates have been pushed back, and a lot of people are saying that, oh, ESO's going to be fine. It's like, we're still going to get content. Like, they're not shutting the game down. No, they're not shutting the game down. But content updates are going to slow down dramatically. I don't think we've actually seen much of the Barons from this view, have we? Because I'm always running across them on the horse. It's very rare that I actually fly over, so that's nice. So, yeah. So that's the sort of thing that's going on, really. That a lot of games now that might have expected updates are not going to get them. Including, but not limited to, ESO. And probably World of Warcraft as well. I imagine WoW has seen quite a few cutbacks. The truth be told, I don't know. It has been a few weeks since this news broke, so I appreciate I'm very late on it. I've just not had time. So many other projects have taken up my time. And I've been away, so I've not had as much time to record at home. And yeah. So yeah. So I've only really got like 1 or 2 days to record here a week, but I'd rather use that time to do other things like mini projects or my other games and things like that. So there's that. What else is going on? In terms of WoW, BlizzCon is coming around, so they're probably going to announce something like Classic Plus. There, Classic Plus being the idea that basically you take the original game, like Season of Discovery, where you just add more content that was previously lost. Or just enhancing the classic, the vanilla experience. So like what Classic did in a way, really, but that was more about trying to stay as true as possible while adding as few non-immersion breaking enhancements. So quality of life stuff, that sort of thing. So that's what they intended on doing there. As for what else is going to BlizzCon, I don't know, I don't watch. They've, as ever, got the promotion saying, oh yeah, buy BlizzCon exclusive stuff. Cool. No. I don't get me wrong, I would love to go to BlizzCon, but I'd also like for Blizzard to not be full of shitheads, so there we go. As for my sub, will I be renewing it? I'm not gonna lie, lately I've not been playing enough WoW to actually justify going ahead with it, but I might renew it at some stage. If I do renew it, I'll be playing more Classic. But I will say now, my thoughts on it so far, so it's been played for 3 months, and I haven't got to level 60 yet, let alone 70. Black Temple's coming out soon, by the way. At the end of August, I think. 27th of August, I want to say. Anyway, the point with this is, as much as I enjoy it, I haven't been playing that long, and I don't know who... and, actually, you know what? Let's come out of this. As of right now, I've been playing for 3 days, 17 hours, 30 minutes, and 18 seconds. So... Oh, no way. Someone got the Sun Fury Bow of the Phoenix on a raid. Nice. And Ring of 1,000 Marks. Awesome. I love the Sun Fury Bow. Sun Fury Bow is like one of the most desirable bows in the game. I think short of the... Oh, I've not actually reached my destination. I was meant to go down here. Never mind, well that's fine, we can make our way down. So, yeah. So yeah, Sun Fury Bow is one of those desirable, short of the Legendary, but the problem with the Legendary is, it's at the end of the raid tiers, and basically it's like, well... it's now going to be a leveling bow. It's a bow that I will use to level up my character to level 80 in the next expansion. I remember when people used to say, when like MOP came around, like it was like you got to level 90. It's like, oh, it's only going to be one level expansion. Why? Because once you get to level 100, the game will be over. It's like, where the fuck have you got that idea from? You know? Yeah. So I've been playing for over 72 hours, call it 80 hours, or 90 hours, and I've only made it to level 43. Now, if I had to really optimize my time, I'd probably be a bit higher level. If I was absolutely trying to be the most efficient leveler possible, I'd probably be a lot higher level than this. But... oh, that's it. Thoradal. Thoradal. That's the final bow of the final raid. For a hunter. And... yeah. It doesn't use ammo, which is awesome. But you will not be using it for content. Once you've got it, that's it. It's like... cool, but I can't use it for any more raids because it will be outdated by the time I'm level 80. You know, that sort of thing. So I don't think there were that many legendaries in Wrath of the Lich King either. So yeah, I think. Oh, that's a thought. How do we get down there? Am I gonna have to swim all the way? I've genuinely forgotten how. Was it? How the fuck did we get down there? Because it wasn't there. Surely not. Do we go that way? Oh Jesus, I can't remember. I'm sorry about this. Unless it's down that way. Let's walk down anyway. We'll find out. Because I can see the trees over there. We've got to be able to find a way, surely. If I think I remember. Yeah, I think there's a path. You don't go through a cave. You go down a road. I'm fairly certain. Anyway. We've got this hearth out, start again, do whatever. So yes, I've been playing for a long time and like I still haven't got to level 60 yet, and I haven't got to level 70. And that temptation to use the character boost is there, but am I going to use it? No. No. Because again, I want to document my experience as someone who's never played Classic before, Vanilla before, and really show you what it's going to be like to try to level up and get to level 60 and all the warts and all. Because a lot of people probably play like I do, and without, you know, trying to get to max level and all this sort of thing. They're just trying to play the game, sort of thing. Because here you really, like, I want to press the fact that Classic is about the journey, not the destination. But that's all well and good. But the subscription is a timer. Everything that subscription-based games do, they do it in service of the subscription, not the other way around. Because they have to get your money somehow. If the game was too fast, you wouldn't give them your subscription money. We saw this in Mr. Pandaria especially, where people would do looking for raid. So what they do is they subscribe, they do looking for raid every week, and then they quit. And what they figured out was, right, well, I'll just wait for 4 weeks for the raids to come out, all 4 wings, do them in 1 week, possibly even 1 day if you're as unemployed as I was, and that's it. You'd say, right, I've seen all the content, cool, don't want to do it again, I'll unsub. That's it, and they just stay for 1 month. For essentially, or at most, 4 weeks maybe. No. Ah! It's something that's not like it's kicking my ass. Help! Hello? I'm going to take this quest just because they're actually just a wandering quest giver. Oh! Do I actually... I don't have any trinket slots. Okay. Right. Hold the fucking phone. The prize instructions. Okay. Though exiled as a heretic, my beliefs still ring true. That alone drives me on forward. If my destiny to be complete, I need to be the aid of an outsider. One not of any centaur tribe. This task requires some people to enter the holy halls of Maraudon, a tomb my people protect. Only the most devout are allowed to enter. If you agree to aid them, you need to... Oh, no, I'll pass the parchment over. Read it and consider my words. If I do this, I got a trinket, so hell yeah. So... the prize instructions. Oh, excuse me 1 second. And I am back. Sorry to keep you waiting. So, set fire back in the Valley of Spears as the holy temple of Maraudon. If that were not transgression enough, you will quickly see why I've asked a non-centaur to aid me in my plight. There, just beyond the doors, where only spirits and our most sacred priests and priestesses may travel, is one called the Nameless Prophet. He is the highest of any tribe in spiritual matters, and one of the oldest of any tribe. The prophet is powerful and communicates with the spirits of his ancestors, but he is a fool. He has no idea the true power he possesses. On his person is the amulet of spirits. It is where his most of his strength comes from. I have learned the amulet is powerful, but it is incomplete. Oh, great. We're not getting this amulet right now, are we? There are 5 gems missing from the amulet, and if those gems were found and placed back into the symbol, its power would far exceed that of its current form. I have found the 5 gems, but need one of your skill to gather them. Slaying the Nameless Prophet is heresy for sure, as is stealing from his corpse. But what I would ask of you would condemn any centaur for even thinking it. Where the caverns of Maraudon roams the spirits of the first Khans, our mother and father's first children, and our greatest leaders. Now Gelk, Kulk, Magra, Marodos, and Veng. Each of these spirits holds one of the missing gems. Use the power of the amulet of spirits to force them to manifest, and take the gems from them. After place the gems within the amulet of spirits and return it to me. Once I have the amulet amulet of union, I will be powerful enough to reform the tribes we can finally be as our ancestors want us to be. The amulet of union, well, we have to do that. So... oh, great. So we don't get that yet. Okay. So... we're not doing that yet. So... oh yes, 13 years ago, at BlizzCon, here's something we could talk about. A certain gentleman had said, "You think you do, but you don't," when someone asked if there's going to be a remake of Vanilla. If they're going to bring back Vanilla WoW, what we know today is Classic. And it's interesting because I think I've said this before, but I've said that when I first wanted Classic to come around, I said that I was on the side of hashtag no changes, as in I wanted Vanilla WoW to come back with absolutely 0 to no changes. I want it warts and all. I want it with the bugs. I wanted to see how bad it was. I was on the no changes side because I wanted to see if people really did actually want the game as it is. That's saying that's got a quest for me. They're all saying I've got quests for me. I don't know about that. Oh, let me just quickly go to edit mode actually. It's not there, I don't know. I'm trying to change the tooltip. Location. Oh, hello. Mibblon Snarltooth. Hello. Grumble, grumble. Interesting. There's a friendly warg. What are they called now? Oh no, they're really high level. Oh, oh shit! They're really high level. I don't like that. I don't like that very much. Oh, What's it called? Not Furbolg. What's he called now? Oh, you can actually see through there. There's a wall there, so I guess that wall disappears when he does his thing. Kobold. I've genuinely forgot what they call the hyena men. Anyway, what was I saying? Sorry. Yeah, so I want no changes because it's like, yeah, I want to see if people really do actually want this. And the thing is that WoW and the gaming landscape is very different today as it was back to what it was back then. So, yeah, I was very much about, oh, we actually have to kill those things. Ah. Cool. I'm gonna have to use quite a few soul stones, I think. I need to remember how everything works. So let's send you over there first. I wanted to flip. There we go with that. Oh shit!
I can't cast that yet.
Take aggro. Cool. And then drain life gives me more life. Corruption. Siphon life way up.
Not enough mana.
I can't. I think I'm too weak to fight this thing, so yeah, it's too high level for me. I'm gonna have to run away. Oh, it's still in combat. Okay, right. Yeah, I need to find out a lower level one. We can go down this way. I imagine there might be lower level down here. But it's 5 levels above my own, so we're not really having a good time with that, are we? Well, let's look around a bit more. So, yeah, so I think that... Don't get me wrong, I think Classic is better than what I originally wanted. But here's the thing, it's like I was willing to... I didn't want Classic being made for me, with my sensibilities from retail. Because this was announced around the time of, you know, Mr. Pandaria, or rather the question was asked around the time of Mr. Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor. And it's like, you know, the gaming has changed considerably then. You know, strategy guides are no longer a thing, people don't ask the community for help, you're only really grouping up just to kill things and move on, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, it was a very different time for people back then. That's level 50, fucking hell. Fortunately, there are quests over there that I can do at my level. Iron for livers. Level 44. Do I just want to go over there and actually... Yeah, I think I do actually, don't I, maybe?
I'm out of range.
Oh shit! Sorry, I lost control. Where that ship's going? Curious and curiouser, so that looks through the looking glass. Oh. Nice. It's just that island there. I haven't got water walking, but I've got water breathing, so that's not too much. But yeah, there's a lot of beasties down here that we don't really want to meddle with. So, yeah, so I personally am okay with Classic not being made for me. Again, there's like people like in modern WoW, at least at the time, people weren't really communicating with each other. They weren't really, they were just grouping up to do the quest and not really talking as such. There was no, you didn't really buff players as you passed them and things like that. Well, I mean, they sort of removed that in Warlords of Toronto. But yeah, there was just a lot of stuff that really changed. I want to know where that boat goes. I'm going to have a look at that when I get there. So the next one probably will actually roll around by the time I'm there. Are there any monsters? That, to me, looks quite scary. But it's on the surface, the ocean floor, so we should be okay. Anyway, yeah, so I really genuinely like games where you have to communicate, where you have to talk, where, you know, in EverQuest you have to actually draw your own map, sort of thing, because there was no map function as such, or you had to go on a website and draw the map, which is really interesting. I like games like that, where you've actually got to do these different things to have a blue one. No different. No, it's a spellcaster. That's why. Cool. Vision dust. But yeah, I like things like that. But that's what games were like back in WoW's day. Like having a map like this was considered casual. That was considered baby mode. Like what? Like again in D&D or whatever, you'd have a caller. So you'd have like a group of 10 people around the table, and one person would tell the DM what they want. And your DM wasn't just like behind a little cardboard screen. They'd have one, like at least Dave Arneson, I think, had one that went all the way nearly to the ceiling, and you couldn't see him or his body. And the caller had to sit next to him. And your mapper was the person who was drawing the map as it was described. You had one person responsible for drawing the map. I love games like that. I love ideas like that, sensibilities like that. And if that's what WoW was going to be like, if it was going to be a case where you're not going to have a lot of sensibilities and optimizations, all the sort of thing, that's fine. It's not for me. But I'm not going to say, make the game for me. Okay, well, the ruins of Viralis can be quite dangerous. They have much to tell of what has happened here. Searching through the rubble to the south a few days ago, I discovered what appears to be a normal stave. I just can't shake the feeling that there's something more to it. Angelus and I have been poring over it over our books here. We can't find a thing about it. I have a colleague in Darnassus that may be able to tell us what it is. They Warlock. Why don't you go over and see what...
A sharp.
Cool. Nice. Walkie quest.
Peace.
Oh, look at the little frost sabers. Jacob and Jewel. Nice. Although it is dangerous, Troyes and I have been investigating the ruins that cover the forest of Viralis. Lately, though, Troyes has been going on his own about the high wilderness. I really worry about it. The Gorduni ogres have taken over that area, and they don't take too kindly to anyone to enter their territory. Let me know to travel to the ruins. Okay, kill people. I like how the quest is, someone's gone missing, kill everyone there, not find the guy.
I am listening.
Oh wow, someone's got... Someone's got their first epic, and it's Sulphuraze the Lasher. Wow! Strikes an enemy with rage as Sulphuraze, lowers the target strength by 15 and damages and deals damage. 90 to 210 damage. Additional 125 offense. Wow! Awesome! This is when epics felt like epics. It stopped happening in Kata. I mean, like the Zul'Farrak and Zul'Aman. Yeah. No, it's not Zul'Farrak. The Zul'Garub stuff. That was amazing.
I am honored.
To the south of the ruins of Salasal, this is an area that far predates modern times. We explored the areas of the ruins initially and found nothing of note. As such, we left in peace. Recently, the Hate Crest Naga have occupied these ruins in alarming numbers. At first, we considered it the precursor for an attack. Though that threat is still possible, they would believe there's something else going on. Gotta explore the ruins of the mine, I think.
Be careful.
How may I help?
An associate of mine, Ginru Hearthkindle, is looking for an assistant concerning the location of a courier parcels he was carrying. Okie dokie, so find him who was just up there. Cool. I wonder if this boat is actually going to take us to Darnassus then. I'll be very interesting as to where it takes. So he's up here. There he is, up there. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, so anyway, classic WoW. I imagined it to be like a case of like it's going to be very different. I don't want the game to be made for me. And it's like, look, I was going to play classic with no changes, but I'm going to play it as it was intended. That's the
Greetings. May the stars guide you.
It was always about. It was always about playing it as it was intended, preserving the art. It wasn't about playing a game that was going to be fun. It was about playing a game as close to what it was at the time. Now, classic, in the way it currently is, that's not going to happen. I can't do that. Yeah? Playing the game the way I do now is completely different to how it would have been if it was no changes. Yeah? I said before, let's do this again. This is what WoW Classic should have looked like. Render scale, let's bring that down to there. Let's have the graphics quality down to 0. Yeah, and it should have looked like this. Okay, and then... no, we don't want the shot. Bloody hell, look at how high... Yeah, look at the graphical fidelity there. They ain't compromised on that, have they? That still looks good. Right. The game would have also looked like this. Let's have a look. All these settings will be down. Would it be running like this? At best, 27 FPS. Let's bring it down to what I used to play it as. Let's bring it down to 15 FPS. Yeah. This is how I used to play WoW. Look at these graphics. Look at that frame rate. That's what WoW used to look like to me on a laptop. 720p. We need to go lower. Like, this is what I was on about. Like, no, we're not having WoW in 1080p. We're having it at 640 by 480. Like, frame rate, whatever the highest frame rate you could achieve at the time, probably 30 FPS at most. Most people, at the time, probably ran it a bit slower than this. So it would have probably looked a lot like this, maybe. 8 FPS. Remember all those Fraps videos? Yeah, this is what WoW looked like. Yeah. See your character there? I can't find it, you gotta zoom in you see the details on his face. That's how, honestly, this is how people used to play the game. I kid you not, this is how it used to be. That's what I wanted Classic to be. Where it's like, let's absolutely have it. Right, now I've got to find my FPS. Now I just need to find my resolution. $1440. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I got the render scale too low, haven't I? Render scale on graphics. There we are. Yeah. But I'm not joking. That's what the game would look like, and I find that quite interesting. Yeah. that's what I wanted Classic to look like when they were doing Classic. It's like, yeah, let's have it so that it's exactly like it was back in the day. Have all the limitations, all the bugs, and let's see if people still like it. Because I play PlayStation 1 games like that. I play games way older than WoW like that. And I have no problem playing them. So why should anyone else have a problem playing WoW that way? You know? Is this boat literally just to take you from there to there? Without swimming? Is this it? Are you fucking kidding me? I waited all this time for all this hype to take you from there to there. There might be something down here. Who knows? Fuck knows, it's like the living dead out here. So, anyway. But yeah, I'm serious, like, I wanted WoW to truly be that way, where it's like... Where, yes, let's have those limitations, let's have all of the problems. And if people don't like it, then they didn't really want Classic, did they? They don't want vanilla. I love the game as it is now. I do. I'm glad this is the version we got. But at the same time, there have been changes made to appeal to people like me. Yeah? When I don't want art to be compromised. I want the games to be as they were. Yeah? Because what is art without its flaws? I mean, don't get me wrong, a perfect piece of art that appeals to everybody, I'm sure does something at the end of the day. I'm of the opinion, well, at least my latest opinion on art anyway, because my opinions on art change a lot, is I think that as long as art makes you feel something, it itself is art. Like, people look at a painting, a blank canvas with a red line through it. What does it make you feel? It makes me feel angry that someone has actually made money off this little effort. It's art because it's made you feel something, it's made you contemplate it. You know? And that's my sort of thinking. This is literally just... yeah. Okay. This boat doesn't go anywhere, does it? It's just going round and round in a circle. Well, it's been a learning experience anyway. So, that's neat, isn't it? That's real friggin' neat. I'm so glad I did that. Nice. But hey, part of the experience. Part of the experience. You know something? I'm glad of that. I'm serious. I'm glad that I made such a mistake there. Oh, I just missed it again.
Excellent!
They laughed at me. So yeah, all in good fun. Yeah. Because the thing is that I think in modern WoW that'd just be like a portal. I am one of these people I'm a weirdo who just doesn't like portals. I don't want to see portals everywhere. Let's have these boats that take you places. Like, people talk about like how flying ruins their immersion, but they don't say anything about portals. I'm like, why? Portals are just a loading screen. And it's like, a boat feels like I've actually done something, I've travelled somewhere. A flight path feels better.
Hey there, I supply only the finest goods.
Pratt McGrubbin. Oh, cool.
Hello.
Mark of quality, you want Yeti hides. I was trying to say an oceanfront property in Dunmoreau.
Safe travel.
To be fair, there is an ocean. No, there isn't, is there? In Dunmoreau? Oh, I was thinking of the wetlands, never mind. Oh, would you look at that? The ocean is there. I suppose there is mountains that block in the way, so I'll give him that much. Just a bit of a clumsy line, really. I've got a bridge installment to sell you, would be a better one, I think. So going over here looking for someone as far as I can tell. Do I need you for anything? No. It's very unlikely you're actually going to contribute to that quest. So I think we're just exploring the area, aren't we? So we don't have to kill the Naga. Oh dear. I don't want to do this without a pet, see, so...
I don't like this place.
I don't want to drain soul right about now. Hey, I remember. Oh, chase a cloak. No good to me, but I think I've seen that sort of door before. Oh, I just like that design. That's really nice. Yeah, one thing to keep in mind as well with WoW. I don't know if I've said this before. I appreciate. I'm probably repeating myself a lot. It's between so many parts. Like the gazebo. I attack the gazebo! Okay, a series of glyphs. It's warm to the touch, it stands out. What are my findings? Okay. Yeah, so a lot of assets in WoW are hand-drawn. So all this stuff, so this wasn't done on a computer. This was done on paper, scanned in, and then basically wrapped around a blank block, right? Those trees, again, would have been drawn by hand, coloured in, crayons, pencils, pens, all that sort of thing, inked, and then scanned in. The wood on this tree, scanned in that way.
It's too far away. I need a target.
So when I see things like this here, or I see like this door here, again I'm reminded this was done by hand. Someone drew this without computer assistance, you know, or with minimal computer assistance. So much of WoW is hand drawn. All these icons here, someone drew them. And I love that about this game, that pretty much everything was done that way. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a Luddite. I'm not against computer imagery and things like that. But there is a certain quality, a certain joy to looking at stuff again, like all these roof tiles, all this metal work here was done by hand, you know. This is the sort of thing that I really genuinely enjoy, and it gives it so much more life than so many other games. But the floor here, painted. You know, a lot of this stuff was painted, let alone drawn.
Hello.
Okay, the report is disturbing. Birds were ill.
How may I help? Good luck.
Okay, so I got a report to the Tronicus. Hello there.
Hello. Can I
So
assist
kill
you?
a load of them and take the scales.
Goodbye.
We're cutting our teeth on the Naga the first time, unless of course you did it in... did you do it in... Yeah, I think the Draenei started. Let's mind you, this was probably before the Draenei started. But yeah, it smells of dash. I can't take on two of them. I have to run it. I'll take the summoning time over... Yeah, it's not worth it to stay. Fuck it. I'll leave. So, yeah, what I will say is I genuinely love a lot of the artwork because of that. It reminds me of a lot of older games where you couldn't just create it. You're certainly going to get AI to do it for you. And it's interesting as well how, like, I don't know if you're familiar with the idea of pre-war steel. Or pre-atomic steel. The idea being basically that before the atom bomb first went out, was first detonated, the moment we split the atom, we basically contaminated all steel going forward being made. Because steel forges suck in air, like imagine like taking a deep breath, like that. That's what forging does. It draws oxygen in, and it to feed flames. And the thing is that a lot of this steel now, in fact, all steel going from that day on, since the first atomic bomb test, has been contaminated with radioactive atoms because of the bomb. And there's a lot of stuff with AI now that's sort of like that, where basically prior to, like, I think it's like 2021, a lot of images, post 2021, a lot of images can no longer be trusted on the internet because we don't know if it's from AI or not. So you have to assume that any image after 2021 is not legitimate, you know? And it could be anything. Photographs, nature photography, deep sea exploration, anything like that at all could be considered basically contaminated. And right about now, I want to get into range to do soul suck.
Inventory is full.
My inventory's full. Oh, bugger. What can I get rid of? I can't open that clone, can I?
I can't carry anymore.
Because it's full. Oh, there's no jewel in there, so I might as well get rid of it. I can sell that. Do I need... I can send that off to someone else. But I can also enchant the gear with it. Hee ha ha. And we're going to level up soon. I think I will target the small casters more if I can. Over those myrmidons. Or warriors, rather. Some of them are called myrmidons, so... Not that you need to know that at all, but there you go. Yeah, I think he's good as dead, so... Can't trust him to Pulling this one.
I can't cast that.
Shadow bolts. There we go. So, yeah. So that's why. I appreciate a lot about old Warcraft art and things like that, because you can tell it's made by a human being. I'm not terribly against like AI as such. I think it could just really do with a better purpose than, you know, pornography or something. You know, I think it's one of those things where, like, let's get into my thoughts on AI because we've got nothing else better to talk about. I think AI should not have. I don't think AI should have been like accessible to the public in the way that it has been. In the same way that I think, look, I like Ray-Ban meta glasses because, for example, blind people can use them, which is a marvelous thing. Yeah, I really genuinely like that blind people can identify things and film things, and then they can actually share their findings with other people that they know. But it shouldn't just be used by the common man to basically do creep shots on people for their own perverse reasons. Yes, any technology can and will be abused by bad actors. I understand that. But again, it's like we knew this was going to happen. So we knew this was going to happen. Anyone could have told you that. And it's the same thing with like AI as well. The idea that like it could generate images and all this sort of thing. Yeah, you don't think people aren't going to use it to do horrible things with it? You know, it's like, yeah, it's great that it can cure cancer. We can do protein folding, like folding at home. If you're not doing folding at home, by the way, it's a brilliant thing. The idea is basically you have your computer solve math problems, and it sends the results back to scientists who can use the information to cure diseases. And it's something they're already doing in laboratories, but if you've got any old tech and you can afford to run it with the electricity bill or whatever, just do protein folding. It's on a place called Folding at Home, and it's a marvellous thing what they do. And yeah, it really kicked off a few years ago, especially around that time of COVID. People were saying, like, we want to solve coronavirus. We can get a cure faster with protein folding and things like that, and understand diseases better. And it's really fascinating what they do. So yeah, so things like that, awesome. Using AI to do that, to diagnose things that X-rays might not be able to pick up on or whatever. I've not got a problem with that as such. But it's like, how do we know that this stuff hasn't been trained on illegal or illicit material in the first place? Like, when it's just scraping data from anywhere and everywhere, what's to say it hasn't picked up some really horrible things? And, you know, if your AI is modelled or trained on another model or whatever, what's to say that it hasn't picked up stuff from that one, you know? I like what real good AI is doing, the idea where they actually want to try and solve these problems and make AI better. And to understand it, because a lot of people are just like, oh, AI is bad, all this sort of thing. It's like, yes, but, you know, we want to understand it better. You know? I think, I can't remember who said it, a lot of, like, just pithy general quotes are attributed to Twain. Well, it might have been Mark Twain who said, the only way you can possibly debate someone is if you can repeat their argument back to them verbatim. So if you're going to argue against AI, you have to understand exactly where the defenders are coming from, word for word. And that applies to literally any ideology or subject of debate or anything like that. You have to understand exactly where they come from. You don't have to agree with it. I'm not expecting you to agree with that. That's the part, the whole point of debate.
That's still
But you have to be able to repeat their argument back to them. So, if you're going to be for or against AI or whatever, for the love of God, understand the argument. Got a spot of lag here, I think. Hey, wanding. We haven't done that in a while, have we? It's just nature damage. Oh, good, like no special effects. I forgot how much of a stat stick things are in this game. I love it. I love it. So, yeah. So, like, yeah, I like the idea of AI very much. But I think it's one of those things where I ended the public sphere. Wow, 426 damage crit. That's what happened to me in my actions. 66 damage overkill. Wow. Yeah, like, play a rogue and you'll see critical hits go crazy, and it's wonderful. It's marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. So yeah, so with AI, it's like, I just think it's one of those things where, like, we knew that this was going to be a bad idea. Like, this needs to be in-house, and it needs to be done before we, like, because I knew immediately, like, that, like, Google Images would get polluted, essentially. That's what it is, it's polluted, it's contaminated. Like, and the thing is now, as well, is that it's now pre-war steel. There is absolutely no way, like, if you were to make another internet, I don't mean like another browser, I mean another internet, and people start uploading stuff onto it, and you said, oh, there's no AI on our internet, on the internet 2. I appreciate there's Web 2.0 and whatnot, but I mean, literally another internet, I don't know how that's possible, but I wasn't breathing, there we go. Am I silenced? I cannot use spells, oh great. I should check if I can actually do more. And soul suck. Oh, we've actually got way too many soul gems. That's a good problem to have though. Well, let's get rid of some, mate. Soul shard, rid of. In fact, why not? Wait, let's use one of them. There we go.
That spell isn't ready yet. I need more mana.
soul suck. That's my life suck. Because that's how I get my mana back, see?
I don't have a target.
So 2 more scales. But yeah, it's like, how do you prove it? You know? That's the problem now. It's one of those things where it's like it's irreversibly changed the internet. For good or ill, I'll say that right now. Whether it's a good or a bad thing, I can't actually say, but it's... I mean, regardless of whether it is, we now have to live with that consequence that we will never have an AI-free internet. AI checkers are so unreliable that we can't possibly trust a thing they say.
I can't change that.
Right, so Siphon Life. I think I remember saying that Curse of Agony wasn't really worth it because it was just... because the damage isn't great. It does 618 damage over 24 seconds. Over 18. I suppose it's more damage, but when you start considering like per mana though, it's... and then per life when you start into your Warlock stuff. Yeah. Oh, was it Immolate that wasn't really worth it? 220 mana. I don't know. But even then, like, I'm not playing optimally, and I actually like Warlock spells. I like the idea of casting spells and putting curses on people. Is it the optimal way to play? No. Do I give a shit? Also no. Drop rates on these have actually been alright. Oh, we got 10. Nice. I wonder if this is the quest where we'll level up to 44. At long last. How long am I going to be playing for today? I have no idea. It could be 3 hours, it could be 4. I'm actually glad I've actually taken the time to sit down and play because it's really, really nice. So yeah. I keep thinking, because I've been playing Path of Exile, I'm thinking, press Q. Is it Q? I think it's Q, and I can like frost blink, and I can dash forward and leave a trail of snow to get out of things. I'm playing a Necromancer and now, and it's so good. I got my Reaper, I've got my Bone Golem or whatever, I've got my Skeletons, I've got my Flaming Skulls. It's brilliant. I've got Spirits. It's a really cool game. It genuinely reminds me of games like Gothic, where basically you can summon as many minions as you have mana and CPU. Whereas in Morrowind, God forbid, you don't want any more than 1 minion. It scales more than satisfactory.
Can I assist you?
Against Lord Shalzaru. Okay. So, interesting that their royals are actually warriors as well. He's over there. Okie dokie. Pig. We have gone up by 1 bar. We haven't leveled up for that quest. But not to worry. We'll keep on going. We haven't actually done too bad. We're doing alright. So yeah, I don't really want to go that way. try and take super sweepers. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. What else is going on in the world of games? Yeah, it's the same before about the PlayStation 6 and like it'll cost over £1,000. Like I gave my partner my PC with like a i7 whatever. I think it was an i7 900 series and a GTX 1070, and it's fine. Like, it won't play Total War Warhammer 3 to the level I want it to, but that's a very intensive game. But it plays everything else just fine. Like, I'll have to lower some settings. I might have to go down to 720p to play something at 140 FPS. Fine. This is my last PC that I'm ever going to buy. It's got a 4070 in it. 4070 Super in it. I'm not going up in GPU again. I'm not going to change my CPU. Again, I think that's an i7 as well. I don't need to change all this hardware. I'm lucky I got all this stuff, by the way, when I appreciate it. I'm very lucky that I got it at the time. When I could afford to do it, and when CPU and GPU shortages were... when RAM shortages were beginning. Just before they began, I should say. Yeah. It's like, I appreciate how lucky I am. But, yeah, I think a lot of people they're going to look at the PlayStation 6 and go, don't really need it. Yeah? It's like, people are going to look at the next Xbox and go, don't really need it. You know, it's like, I'm actually fine with the system I've got. It runs the games I want to play. Like, I think as awful as Roblox is, it's interesting how like they said, oh yeah, the reason why we've lost 70 million or $70 billion or whatever is because there's no viral games for us to nick. And it's like, the fucking balls of this here. But yeah. But it's like, the thing is, it's like, why do you need higher end hardware to play Roblox? You know? Like, we saw this with Minecraft when Microsoft acquired Minecraft. Well, why do I need a super strong PC or Xbox to play this game? I'm playing a lot of pixel art games. I was playing Forest Hustler for 3 weeks. Forest Hustler has PS1 graphics. It's an incremental game. I've been playing a lot of incremental games. Dixium. Dixium is great. It's an incremental like archaeology game. And it's marvellous. Go on, I'll see if there's any pearls. No. And Chuck. The clams are probably worth something themselves. Interesting, I think. I don't think you actually sell the clams on the auction house. You have to actually sell the content. So it's either the meat or the pearl. Frostbolt got me. I'm trying to think they have water. If water elementals are in the game yet.
That's still recharging. I need to get closer.
Hey, I got that shut up bolt off. Nice. I think I can do a bit of bonding here until Hellstone, yeah.
I need to target something first.
We'll check. So that increases damage, increases mastery. Increases the amount for your drain life up to each affliction spell. Okay, right, I got you. So siphon life. Does it? Drain life. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so do these first, and then drain life. Cool. I get more health. I could cook the clam, but I'm not interested. Great health stone, that's going to kill my mana. Then zest, anger out. Now drain life comes into play. I will give you some health, which will unfortunately drain mine, but you get 3% per every health I get, percent I give. So it goes out of my own life, but I'm only losing percent of him. He's going to 3%, that's not bad.
I can't use that
I'll
item
have
yet.
another Hellstone. I'll create another one. This might be a bit risky, but I'll try. He's got aggro. Life. There we are, yeah, topping up nice and easily. Oh, you're a party leader. Let's see if you want to join. You've declined the group. Okay then.
I'm out of range.
But yeah, it's like I think as well what I might do is I don't want to give Roblox anything, but I'm not gonna lie. It's like I do like a bit of friend slot. And I'm just like I could just play a little bit. There's some stupid games on there that my partner and I can play for about half an hour, find another one, and then move on. You know? And it's free. You know? Like, I hate Roblox as a company. I hate the Roblox company. I hate Roblox as a product as such, and what it enables and what it encourages. Like the reason why they don't. Chris Hansen, you know, famous nonce hunter Chris Hansen, had his Roblox account blocked when he was trying to catch predators, and yeah, because that's bad for business for Roblox. They don't want to. They don't want to have it known that there's predators on their platform. You know? Yep, just go for this one. It increases the damage and Reduce the chance spells will be dispelled. If I want to be dispelled here. Right now you've got aggro.
I can't cast
Let's
that
do
yet.
some stuff on you. So, yeah, so as much as I don't want to go on Roblox for that reason, it's like, there's a lot of free stuff on there that's just silly to dick around in. And we don't have to spend any money. And it's like, that ain't so bad right now, you know? Right, get him over here, because I can't have... One thing I like about the Warlock is like how, I guess the idea is like if you want your mana, you've got to be in combat. But that means that there's a higher chance that you're going to lose health, so then you don't want to go into too low health. So, I don't know if these actually have any pearls in them whatsoever. Because I know others like might have a higher, because they typically have quite a high drop rate. I go this way. I think it's going to be a case of pulling them all, so... right, which ones are in line?
It's too far away.
You are. Cool. Let's bring you down this way. Oh, nice. I got an instant cast a Shadow Bolt, which takes 3 seconds ordinarily. Oh, and another one. Nice. I think I'm going to have to move out of my little pile of spells, because I am using that instant Shadow Bolt thing quite often now. I'm actually going off the sound cue more than anything, which is really good. Oh yeah, someone linked the Decapitator. Hurls. Oh, you can throw it. Hurl your axe and attempt to decapitate the target, causing 567 damage. 3-minute cooldown. Wow, I didn't know it did that. Imagine if it did actually decapitate. Yeah. I don't know if you know, but in D&D there's a weapon called the Vorpal Sword. And the idea is that it has the... if you roll a natural 20, it decapitates the target, presuming they have a head. And it's, as you might imagine, quite a desirable weapon.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Take aggro from me, please. And now we can begin. So yeah, I like that a lot. I did a lot. So in 5e though, it's like, oh, if the opponent's got legendary actions, then you can't do it. It's like you can't just decapitate Strahd instantly. It's just a bit shit in a way, but it's like, I think, look, that's the rules of the game. That's the rules. If you roll at 20, you decapitate them. Oh, it's really anticlimactic. That's the game. But I appreciate my opinion is very much the minority. Yeah, I'm oh yeah, he's up there, he's surrounded by people. I think it'll have to be quick as well.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that.
Well, chuck it. Right. It might. I was going to say it might be possible to do it, but I don't know if it will be. Is maybe kill him, like just send a tank over there. But I think I'm going to die in the process. So get him to draw aggro. Right now attack.
That's still recharged.
That didn't quite work. Okay. But we've learnt a valuable lesson. That's fine though, because what we can do is we can kill that one, kill that one. It should be a lot more manageable. I'm going to run out of their range. Lure them over here. Oh, never mind, they can just do that. I'll have to be quick about this one, I think, because I hope this blocks line of sight. Oh, no, never mind, it doesn't.
That spell isn't ready yet. Not enough mana.
Because why would it? Why would that work? Hey. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Okay, we could just sit here for a bit. Nice, nice, nice. Very slowly drain life. More effects we get, more life we drain. Kill, kill, kill. Nice. Thanza, so done. You can have some health for that. That felt amazing. That bit of problem solving right there. Unbelievable. I can't see if there's anything up there, like a chest or anything. Can I have another sunstone? Yes, I can. Oh, but it's on a 5-minute cooldown, so I'm going to have to make a break. Cool. I'm on the wrong island. Nice. So, yeah. But, if I, you know what, I could take... I think I could actually just not bother with getting my corpse back. Because, yeah, I'm going to have Fred stick this for 10 minutes. What am I going to be doing for the next 10 minutes? You know? So, my durability's not been terribly affected by it, so... It's not all bad. It's not all bad. So yeah, so I'm really happy with that. Nice. That's what we like. Nice long field over here. So yeah, I like that bit of problem solving and planning and strategy.
I am listening.
And that's why.
How may I help? Goodbye.
Deliver it, okay. To whom? You want me to do that? How much are you paying me to do this?
Goddess bless you. I am honored.
You're giving me
Goddess
a piece of
bless you.
Okay. Misty, rather. Electronic is fine.
What brings you here? Illume be with you.
Nope, no description.
I am honored.
Interesting, this came from the ruins of Solar Salis. Or Solar Salis. Which was right. Look at this. First is non-indigenous. Okay, cool. Dawn Rider's chest or that. Well, I can use neither. That is plate, that might be worth more. I'm gonna go for the chest piece.
Asha Thala.
Oh yes, there is plate armor in this. Right, cool. At a certain level that you get plate armor, I think it's about level 50 you start being able to wear plate on level 40.
Feel free to browse.
Let's sell you some gear, man. What would you like of mine? Well, I can't. Oh, I could actually disenchant it later, but it's worth a gold now, so I'll take that. Oh well, I'll put it in the bank.
May the
we go.
stars guide you.
I want to try and keep as much gear as I can for disenchantment purposes. Although I could just buy cheap shit off the auction.
What brings you here? I am listening. Be careful.
In fact, what level would I need to be? 125. What's my enchanting level now? Not far then. Okay. In fact, oh, that's I could sell that in the options. There you go. Right, fine, fair enough. Cool. So we've done our quests here. Got a quest there. We've got 7 minutes. We could go walkabout, I guess. I've got a quest to pick up. Down there. There is a quest there. I suppose I could swim. Or we could wait for the boat. Let's do that. Let's wait for the boat. Wander down. So that'll kill some time. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else there is to talk about really. Not a whole lot. I've played some more Warhammer. Painted a lot more minis. It's going quite well. I'm into Necromunda now. Just a lot going on, really. Not a whole lot going on, really. Projects are coming along nicely. I've got some Emperor's Children because I really want to paint pink for some reason. I've no idea why, but I'm just like, hang on a second, is my camera following me? There we are. Sometimes it just decides to zone out for some reason. I appreciate my a few remaining hairs might be a bit distracting here, but yes. Blowing in the fan, I need the fan on today. I would love aircon. I know a lot of people say aircon's going to kill the environment and all that sort of thing, but I think, look, I don't think the amount of people having aircon is going to do anywhere near as much damage as, I don't know, however many plane rides, private plane rides people have. It is utterly ridiculous. Yeah, I was thinking about one time where it's like it was something that I was responding to, and I had to talk about it. So like, look, I'm sorry, but like, I don't drive, but how many car journeys would I have to if I were to drop dead right now? How many tons of CO2 realistically would I be saving the planet? I tell you what, probably wouldn't make the a bit of difference if it was just one of Taylor Swift's jet rides compared to one of Taylor Swift's jet rides. What the? Okay. So I did land, but I didn't. Oh, I see some up there. Some pennies. There we go. Enjoy that, Tyrion. Is he a finished? Excuse me. So, 4 minutes until red 6, so that's okay, we're going. Oh, oily blackmouth. Now, as far as I'm aware, oily blackmouth is a fish where I think if you... Oh, was it for Noggin Fogger potion? It did something, I think, where like it made your character like oily or something like that. I can't remember what it did, or did it turn you into a skeleton? That was Noggin Fogger. If I get a Noggin Fogger potion, I'll show you what that does. That's funny. It turns you into a skeleton. And like you get a little buff that says stop breathing. I think means you can actually swim underwater. I don't want this anymore. Leave me alone, please. I don't want to die. Just have to get that one. That's one before I... Oh fuck! I'm still in combat. How long am I going to be in combat for? Jesus. Hello? Thank you. Everything produces when you've got res sickness, so you are incredibly vulnerable. Just try that. I think giants are one of the few. One of the fewest enemy types, or a few enemies that have like about 5 enemies to their name, I think. Like, there's not many aberrations in this in vanilla, I don't think, because that would have been like Anchorage and things like that. Shit, I'm fucking dead again. Oh, look at me, I'm on a horse and I can't get away. Please don't kill me, Mr. Sea Spray, I don't want to die yet. I've only got 34 seconds of resting. See, I can't actually kill anything yet. Cool. All my stats are back.
What do you want from me?
I don't know how much quest I'm going to get done today. The thing is that, like I said, I know I've not been playing for long. I think as well it's like the capacity, because like when I play this character, and I'm only really playing this character now, I don't actually play it even leisurely, which I should do. I should play the other characters just to get more out of my sub. And I will say as well, yes, I've got the value out of my sub, absolutely. When it ends in, I think, September, October time, I'm actually like, I'm really glad of the time I've had. I've had so much fun out of this game. Like, I've paid, like, per month a tenner, and I've got well over 70 hours. That's insane value for me. Interesting sea elementals in our fields. Enchanted water. Ooh. I probably want to kill that sea sprite there as well. It's a small caster. So let's eat, let's drink, let's be merry. So yeah, like I've had fantastic value from it, and that's just on this character as well. If I went on all my other characters as well, I might only have about 6 hours played and saw them. But you know what? It's been well worth it. It's been genuinely good value. Like, whatever complaints I might have about WoW, and bear in mind as well, you get Classic and the modern game in your subscription fee. So you're basically paying for 2 games, for the price of 1. What insane value for money. It really doesn't get better than that, to be honest. For a paid game, so... Okay. Turn the knife you found to the striker. There's an aggro. Yeah, it's been a... isn't it safe to run around, to be honest? Because I managed to get here on res sickness with like 25% of my health, max health, so that should be fairly good. So, yeah, I've had a really good time with WoW, and I've had such amazing value for money on that. Oh yes, I have been offered the 6-month mount and pet or whatever, but I'm not using it. I don't want flying, I don't need flying. I'm going to play the game as the game intended me to play, without freebies from my subscription fee. So I'm just not interested in that. I'd rather play the game like that. So, yeah, it'd save a lot of money, but is that now? Maybe after my first character. I want this character to get there flying, so ability through the game and the cash. And that's how the game is played. Not. I want to show it as it should be. Someone who has to spend as little money as they reasonably can. Because not everybody has that luxury. It's why when I reviewed games, and I made sure that if I had any DLC, I turned it off. I'm not going to show you content that you have to pay extra for, because the thing is, like, I don't want people buying the game based on that one thing. And you might say, well, who'd be stupid enough to do that? Well, people who played Team Fortress 2 were people like me, because I'd pre-order games. I remember pre-ordering a Rift to get not just a hat, but an axe for my pyro. A flaming axe. It was one of the best weapons of the game. And yeah, it was around as well. It was like the first genuine quality items they did. I bought Total War Shogun 2, and I'm glad I did. I bought it for the banner and the hats. I paid 40 quid or whatever for some gear for Team Fortress 2. You know, that's just that's something that people do. So yeah, absolutely. If they're going to do it back then, when that was definitely not the standard, what's to say they won't do it today? You know. It's hard to believe that people aren't irresponsible with their money, you know? Like, no, I don't want to encourage that. I don't want to encourage people buying stuff they don't need. Like, if I say I've bought something in the game, I'll just mention it, but I don't really want to show it off, you know? So yeah, I bought a 6-month subscription, and therefore you get extra stuff, but it's not really all that necessary. And you only have to claim. Oh, I've still got a gift that I need to claim from someone, but I've not claimed it because I decided then I was against the Blizzard cash shop. What fully turned me against the Blizzard cash shop was the idea of tying rewards to subscription fees. I think they first did it with Diablo, and I didn't like how you got a mount at the end of like a 12-month subscription. Because it's like, well, what if you can't pay that sub or whatever? Then, you know, what if you're not going to be playing the game at that time? And there was somewhere it's like, yeah, this should just be in the game. And that's why I don't like it. I don't like when things are just down to the cash shop when it's something you're going to earn. I was fine with mounts and pets when they made no real sense in terms of the game. There are a lot of things in the game. This is completely unique. Whatever, fine. It doesn't actually sort of belong in the game, so... Oh, stick it to the cash shop where people... But you can't put it in as a raid reward or whatever. Because a lot of dungeons or raids give you mounts as rewards. So I was fine with that. But,
Hello. Greetings. Can I assist you? Farewell.
yeah, so I was fine with that, but it's like, he's got I'd prefer if it was actually a dungeon or a raid thing. And eventually, like, they just started taking the piss where it's like, well, no. This could clearly be in the game. This did not need to go on the cash shop, like the Iron Sky or either. I remember people saying, oh, it's just a placeholder, it's just a placeholder. No. They are selling something that's already in the game for NPCs, but not for players, in the cash shop. No, don't do it. Piss off. And that really turned me against it, but I just said, no, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's why I said I'm not going to spend any more money at all in the cash shop for Blizzard.
I am on.
Maybe a service, but not a pet. The King of the Bad Beats, okay.
Ishnuala. Good luck, friend.
Psychometry.
Peace be with you.
Okay, so we've seen 2 backpacks. So I imagine we've got to tell this guy, and then we've got to get the backpacks. That's part of the quest. Yeah. You know what I was... Strange things going on in the chat there. Yeah, so I... when I said earlier, like, how everything exists
I am listening.
in the service of the subscription, this is what I mean.
Ishno del Diab.
Woodpaw Knoll. Oh, the Knolls, yes, okay. The Woodpaw Knolls. So that was the guy down there. Let's have a look. Woodpaw Knolls. Let's take the boat again, why not? So yeah, what to tell you? That's the whole. Not a whole lot.
Thank you.
And they've buffed me with their power word fortitude. Fucking hell. 32? Jesus, that's like a fifth or a quarter of my stamina right there. Thanks. That is brilliant. Thank you ever so much. Like, power word fortitude is great for warlocks because it boosts stamina, which is your health, and you need your health to get your mana back. Yeah, I love that. Like, now that I'm actually doing the whole soul, like life drain, life tap thing, where you're getting your mana, your magical power back from your health and vice, and you're healing yourself from draining it from enemies and draining it from yourself and doing that. That, to me, has sold me a lot better on the Warlock than it did before. I was like, oh, I'm out of mana all the bloody time! That's no good to you. You have to do the life tap thing. You're not going to do Athlete without a life tap. It just won't work. Can I do that thing again? Oh, yeah, it is in relation to the boat. That's speed. Right, so basically we've got to go. We've got to go down here for the ogres. Cool. Yeah. As I say, how long I'll play today, I have no idea. I'm just going to try and do some more quests. Might even level up again. Doubtful, but it'd be nice too. But yeah. No, I've really enjoyed the game. I will say that much. I don't know how much more I'm going to be playing, but you know what? I've got my value for money. When I'm playing it like 4 hours at a time, that's a lot. I think the average gamer is a 30-year-old male who's married with 2.5 kids, has lives with their partner, and plays for 10 hours a week. Not one game a week. Their entire gaming time is up to 10 hours, meaning it does not exceed 10 hours. The median will probably be significantly lower. If you take the most unemployed person, like I used to be, where I played WoW from like 6 AM to 9 PM, doing booty bay grinding. Yeah, just running that lap to get insane the membrane. It's probably way less than that. It's utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. So yeah. And people have got less time for gaming now. And I think as well, people are finding more things to do with their hobbies. It's like video gaming is great value for money, but it's like, when I'm kind of wanting shorter experiences, like I want to go from one game to another. It's like I love Schedule 1. We played that for just under 100 hours, I think. It's great, but we're kind of done with it now, and we want another game to play. Cool. We want those experiences where it's like, we'll play this for a week, and then we'll move on to the next one. This is why I'm thinking Roblox. You are a Blood Elf. So I can't buff you, I'm afraid. But that I could. Horde the Brutes. So I've got to kill a load of these guys. We haven't really dealt much with this as such.
Don't like this place.
But that's going to change when we go to Diamond. There's loads of them there. Iron Forge of Iron Forge forges iron in a forge made of iron inside Iron Forge. It's like Ferrus Manus of the Iron Hand aboard a ship called the Iron Hand. Ferrus Manus being Iron Hand in yeah, Iron Hand in English from Latin.
I need to get closer.
Is that a Draenei Shaman? Come back here, I want to give you
I'm out of range.
Come back! Oh, and an answer shaman as well, nice. Fake troll.
That's still recharging.
Now he's melting.
I need a target. I can't cast that yet. Not enough mana.
I don't mind helping people do their quest or whatever. Because if it gets them out of here quicker, then I can do most of it. I can also go down here. Oh! Oops, the daisies. He's just spawned. Oh my god, I think everyone's doing the quests here, aren't they? I've been shrinked.
Target something first.
So curses are fun. I like the idea, like when you shrink, it reduces your strength and stamina, like in role-playing games. You know, what World of Warcraft used to be. I hope they have brought back a lot of role-play elements. I unfortunately was skeptical. But yeah, it's been great value for money. Very happy with the game. I have no complaints for classic as such. It really is fun. It's like, yeah, does it take a while? Yeah, it does. But that's the game, and like, it's about the journey, not the destination. And it's okay to want a faster game. I get it. I really genuinely understand that. Like, if I wanted to show off a far more entertaining game, I'd probably be showing off, you know, modern or whatever. I probably will do that once I start getting to level 17. Once I maybe get bored of this, like once I sort of like felt like an experiment here is over. As in, open this guy over here. Pull. Like, once I'm like, I'm kind of bored of this now, and it's not. I'm gonna say it's not worth it to do views. So I'm not really doing this for views as such. I do it for my partner. And anyone who wants to watch, you know, absolutely is more than welcome to do so. But it's a case of, like, eventually either I'm gonna get a bit fucking sick of this or whatever, and Dawn of War 4's going out soon as well, so I kinda wanna do my Dawn of War videos as well. So, yeah. So I'm enjoying this, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I could probably show you retail, and it's far more interesting to look at than this. But, would I enjoy playing as much? I'd be making more progress, and I enjoy making more progress, but I think the fundamentals are like, I just don't like it as much. It's why I'm always going to prefer Baldur's Gate 1 over 2, for example, and definitely over 3. Not a bad like, I'll play Larian games for hundreds of hours, and yet I'm still just like, it's still very Larian. That's not an insult, that's just describing what it is. Like, it's why I don't really get on with Baldur's Gate 3, because it's like, I've already played Divinity. You know, it's like, it's more of that. And it's fantastic if you love that, but I actually prefer Alcan. Especially when their writing is astonishing. They really genuinely love and understand the setting, they're not trying to fit their own ideas into it. In fact, one of the I will say this, it's a bit controversial to say, but I actually think that early access have done a lot of damage to Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was better than it was worse, but so much of that game was lost and the tone was changed irrevocably because of how horny it was. And don't get me wrong, yeah, it's fine to want sex in games and things like that, you know, it's I ain't gonna put that as such, it's just like, that really did sort of become the focus when I and there were a lot of good character interactions that tried to appeal to the people who liked that way. So yeah. So it's
I need to get closer.
yeah, that's like one of my most, I think, radical opinions on video games. Like, I just think like Larian games are very, not cookie cutter is an insult, but you've played Divinity Original Sin 2, you've kind of, and don't get me wrong, like they've actually got a quite diverse array of games. Like Ego Dragonis is marvelous a game. I genuinely love Divinity Ego Dragonis. Dragon Commander as well was fantastic. The idea of, like, you know, all the relationships you have with your crew. It really was, like, I think the first game that showed off just how Larian could change gaming relationships with characters, things like that. Back when people thought, you know, Mass Effect was party management. You have this game. It's like it's really unapologetically funny.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Like, what you want to go out with a skeleton? It's scandalous, but it's entirely
I don't
possible.
have a target. I need to target something first.
Like, Larian games have been dark as well, like with things like going back to Divine Divinity. But there's a lot of dead. Haunted am I? Or will I live to see another day? I just might. Wraiths are robbing. Ah! Afflictions kill him. That's what Affliction's all about. That's how you do it. So yeah, like Larian games, like I just think like I've sort of played Divinity, so I know what the tone's going to be like. Where when it wants to be grimdark and bloody and gory, it will be. And when it wants to be cartoony, it will be. And when it's funny, it will be. It's great. It's all like it's perfect, and that's the problem. It's like there's not room for like anything else for me to really sort of talk about or add to it. It's all there. Like I can't make my own experience because they've covered everything, which is I appreciate. A rubbish complaint. I'm not wording it very well, but yeah. And meanwhile, someone will look at me and say, "What? What do you mean you prefer Owlcat games? They're all the same." Sort of thing. Why not? Let's give you a scroll of stamina.
I need more mana.
But yeah. Oh shit. Just re-up that.
Not enough mana.
And run away again. Okay, we can make this work.
I need more mana. Not enough mana.
So yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but it's like, I mean, with Owlcat, don't go wrong. I appreciate like they're very similar in that they have a formula. You've played Pathfinder, you've played Rogue Trader, essentially, and now they're doing Dark Heresy.
My mana is low.
But I think it's like they understand and appreciate a lot. I really do feel like Baldur's Gate 3 was more Divinity than it was D&D. Like mechanically, yeah, it's what the tabletop sort of feels like in a way. But at the same time, it's like it's still just not quite what I'm looking for. You know, it's like it doesn't. It's still more like Divinity, I think. So yeah, I like
I need more men.
marrying games. I just don't think they're really for me. Whereas Alcat, I think, really genuinely want to get into the guts of what they work on. And they, you know, let's just spice up a bit for a fire spell. Yeah, they really get into the guts of the settings they work on. It's like, they like when you play Rogue Trader, you will see that they understand Warhammer. Like, you can try and be a nice person, and the people around you won't understand that. They'll genuinely think you've gone mad. Like because like compassion is weakness in that sort of setting, at least in the Imperium. So it's interesting to see like how like the crew reacts to like you not saying Abelard twist his nuts, you know. And Abelard's a great companion. I love him. Like Abelard introduced me.
I need more men.
Like that is so fun. I've already made like a commissar who's actually quite nice. I think I might have to just start the game over again and play a completely different character who's a complete arsehole and appropriate to the setting. Because if you try playing it like an ordinary RPG, you ain't gonna have quite as good a time. Brutes, Maulers I've killed. It's all Warlocks I need. If I kill more of these, I should be able to spawn more. And it gets me XP, so it's not bad. Plus it's the only quest I've got here, so.
Not enough men.
Hey, missile stones at top. Bloody loot in this is really good. 2 silver a pop. I am getting rich as fuck. I mean, it's all going to be spent on spells later, but. Oh, I've got a shadow bomb as well, nice. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now as a player. So I've actually been away for a while. Like, I'm not wanting everything to death because I think in a way that's actually a good thing to do sometimes. Is if you are a bad player or a bad pain, if you're bad at something, take a break from it, because if you've built up bad habits, you can break them and you can reforge them. Yeah. So like, if I'm bad at this game, I can unlearn the old. Well, you know, this thing, unlearning isn't really a thing you do. You have to unlearn it differently. You don't unlearn habits. You learn better ones. And yeah, this looks nice. We're learning to like, I wasn't doing all this before. I was a lot more a lot more reckless. But now actually monitoring mana and health and things like that a lot better. And let's see what I'm doing. And what I should do next is my next habit that I need to do is let my spells take over. And I'm doing a DPS race or an affliction warlock. I go. That's supposed to go. Drain life, build mana, support the party.
I don't have a target.
So yeah, I apply this to like my painting as well. Like when if I'm bad at painting, I take a break and I go back to it. And what can I do better? Awesome. So because he's gonna die,
It's too far away.
I might as well health and the dude. So yeah. But yeah, you can absolutely change methods and things like that with a break. Just as you can let good habits slip, you can let bad habits slip as well. And then you're giving yourself room to improve. Like here, I've noticed I'm playing a lot better than I was before. Because I was this is what I'd do. I'd go, immolate. What is it? Searing Pain, is it? Searing Pain. Searing Pain. I go, oh no! Wand. Yeah, I'll be doing this then. Oh, I'm out of mana. Wand. 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 You know? Not the most exciting gameplay. Here, I'm actively looking at, right, I've got health, which is a problem when you roll that. Because if you've got too much health, that means you haven't got enough mana. So, we'll start doing health. Health. And we'll drain life so we can get our other stuff.
My mana is low. I need more mana.
Not helpful, is it really? Yeah. So, yeah. Just as you can, like, as Josh said before, I think it was Josh, it might have been someone else. Oh, right, they're up against the player. Okay, I need to hurry up then. I need to get to that guy down there because he's the last one I need.
Out of range. Not enough mana.
Just have to tell another player. There we go. So we've done our quest here. And come to think of it, where do we actually have this quest? The High Wilderness. The Woodpaw Knolls. I haven't actually got a place to hand this quest back in. You're the best. As I run away. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it should be down there, but I don't actually know where to hand the quest in. Oh, that's why I haven't got the shaman. So I've only been killing 2 times. Okay, so I have to get... Oh shit, I've actually got to get back down there. Right. Okay, that's summon pet. And let's try and get all the way in.
Why do you call?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can learn a lot of new things, bad or good. If you keep repeating them over and over again, it's like you can still. It's as I was saying before. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. The reason why I say that is because if you practice something bad over and over again, you're not going to get better at it. That's the problem. You have to make sure that you are practicing the right thing. And there's things down here we can kill as well, which is awesome. 9.2% chance we're going to get a liver from a bear. I just find it funny how I've only just realised. I think I can't remember the last time I thought about this. Like, yeah, of like, what you mean to say that only 9.2 of all bears have a liver? And it's like, consider how we're actually killing these things. Is it any wonder their liver isn't in any shape? Liver is like ruined. Like, look at this, we're setting them on fire, we're afflicting them with palsy and all. Christ only knows what. And you're wondering if, like, what we're going to get here? A liver? Yeah. It's like, yeah, because its liver's exploded fighting off all these curses we've just loaded it with.
I need to target something first. Inventory is full.
It's only wonder though, like 16% of their livers are still good. I imagine, like, the idea of like why it's so hard to get stuff from them is because, like, we're not really hunters and such. Like, there's a good chance that we can still damage the liver. I would really like it as well, like, if certain classes had higher chances of being able to extract things. Like, if you're a hunter, there's a good chance you're probably going to be able to skin and kill, you know, something like this. and successfully extract it from someone like a Warlock who doesn't really do that. Unless, you know, it's sacrifice himself like a mage, let's say. I can't remember. It might have, probably wasn't like a monster hunter where I think it was like, the more you damage a monster, the less likely you are, or the worse quality its reactions. So like, if you're, you know, machine gunning down this monster or whatever, it's gonna have worse stuff in it because you it's a nice clean kill. So, yeah, games like that anyway. Okay, so some of these animals are a bit too easy. That's Lord knows we could do for something just more management. Yeah, I think I'll try to level up and then get off today, but it's been fun. It's been nice to play again, and I would like to continue playing. I won't be able to play any more this week, so when this video goes up, this will be the last one for maybe about a week or so.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I think that's one of the problems as well, is like when you've been out of the game so long, it's like, I don't really want to play it. And especially to like record it, because I don't like dead air and things like that. I usually just have to talk. But if I haven't got much to say, do it again. Do it something else instead. It's like, yeah. If I haven't got anything that I really want to talk about or say, because I would have thought I'd actually talk about. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, so community manager's name. I remember her name was Gina, and that was about it. So we're getting there. My brain's slowly but surely solidifying from previously being turned to mush. Was it Gina Monroe? I can't remember. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there slowly. Or I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Alright. It's like if I haven't really got any like gaming news or whatever to talk about, I don't really want to talk. I don't want to have to keep just repeating things I've already talked about anyway. Bear in mind, we've got a lot of levels to cover yet. We've got 15 levels to level 60. 25 levels to level 70, so we've got a ways. Excuse me, a ways to go yet. I like how nondescript that is. Bare organ. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, so I don't really want to just fill time just talking, which I know I'd never really do anyway, but so I try to at least pretend that it's actually interesting to listen to. It's also searing pain just to kill this thing real quick. Really? Everyone wants it dead today, don't they?
I need more
That's a serious smell thing. Fizzled. Oh, interesting. Oh, so when you're silenced, yeah, your spell fizzles, doesn't it?
My mana is low.
This poor wildlife getting murdered just because this spider refuses to be bite rank 3. The conscientious hunter. I'm dragging out every kill as long as possible. Everything's getting bitten to death by a giant tarantula. I think that was it as well, yeah. To train your pets as a hunter, you have to, like, basically, like, treat them like Pokemon, whatever. Slowly but surely. And discover things. Thick Yeti hides. Okay, interesting. We can do that quest as well. We can kill a shaman. And hopefully we should be able to... Lots of players around, I noticed. I suppose that's what happens when you've got Horde and Alliance in the same quest area. You're going to have those sort of conflicts of interest, you could say. We very much are conflicting over our interests. Oh, I like that. Beam a light coming through the trees there. That's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, nice. Undead a rogue. Resisting a lot of stuff, isn't it? There we are, 20 kills later. That sounds alright, that'd be a hunter. Doing lots of killy quests for your pet. Yeah, I love hunters. I will forever lament the day where hunter class identity lost feeding your pet, maintaining your pet in capitalism. Oh god, I love that. I truly miss it. 80%. Okay, these aren't too bad. So yeah, I'm just setting them on fire, filling their wretched bodies with corruption. You should apply for X. Oh dear. I talked before about, oh yes, this is something as well I was meant to mention as well. So the UK government is at some stage going to require a lot of games and websites to require some in your ID to basically chat functions. So I would have thought that would apply to guild chat and things like that. I think it's supposed to just like battle chat. And if I'm not sure, I'm not going to do it. The only way I would do it is if it affected guild chat and things like that, but it's being slowly rolled out. It's not really a lot of surprise, surprise. And, oh yes, our government as well. Ban VPNs after all. Because they don't know what the fuck. They haven't said it like that, but that's what I take from their statement. There's apparently there's too many pros to have the con of basically banning them. So yeah, so they'll probably come back when they've had a think about it. But that day may come another time. But it's not today, so that's the main thing. Yeah, so I'm not happy about that.
I can't carry anymore.
What I would say with these sort of things, like if you want to do the whole child, you know, like think of the children, then I want to see some accountability from the top down.
Inventory is full.
So let's start seeing the people on the Epstein files. Getting their just desserts, shall we? Wait before we start going after the common man, maybe?
Must feed.
So yeah. It's like, or like this with Roblox, like, you know, like let's actually just have Roblox investigated. There's the idea of like the UK police arresting people for mean tweets. I love that model. Noise. Rise level 14. That's really good. That 2 agility. Cool. Yeah, like the idea of like arresting people for mean tweets and things like that. But like you could probably go to quite a few games or whatever and just see people. So unfortunately, a lot of games are used for grooming purposes, like MMOs. Unfortunately, I had a problem with that years ago. Community completes itself at times, but only at times. And even then with like online anonymity and things like that, it doesn't always work. Of course, there was the thing of, in fact this reminds me of all the idea of like the submitting your ID to use chat features. I remember when Blizzard Entertainment tried to do something called Real ID on forums. So Real ID is your real name as opposed to Battle.net ID and things like that. And basically what they do is say, right, we're going to put your real name on the forums to basically help with anonymity. So if you're going to say something online, it will be attached to your real name. And a lot of people were against it, myself included, because it was like, well, as an MVP of the forums, I could end up getting, you know, because I look like a bootlicker of Blizzard basically, I was anything but, I could basically be doxxed and things like that and send death threats and all this sort of thing. So, anyway, Bashiok said, right, you know what, I'll put my real name on there and trial it, and I'll show you how safe it is. So he put his real name on the forums and started posting as normal. And he did. And it went as well as you could expect, because in 24 hours his real ID, his real name and address and driving license were exposed online. And he got death threats. Yeah. That's what happened. And he wanted to do that for every single forum user. Every single community manager, all that sort of thing. And yeah, he thought that was a genuinely good idea. They quickly rolled it around. I think it was like less than 3 days. They said, you know what, we're going to reverse our decision. They didn't say why they're going to reverse it. They didn't say it's because of the, you know, stupidly obvious idea that people are going to get doxxed. Oh, not to mention as well, quite a few people, I think his name was Micah something like that, I'm going to say Michael Morheim. It wasn't Mike Morheim, but Micah somewhere. But anyway, yeah, he got doxxed. And quite a few people called Micah got doxxed as well. So it wasn't just him who got shat on from a great height. Oh, no. Anyone with his name had their information shared online. And people used it to cause harm. You know, a lot of people, I imagine Gen Z will remember this. I keep forgetting how close to 30 years old a lot of Gen Z are. But, because I keep underestimating how not old they are, but how close to millennials they are in terms of age and things like that. The oldest Gen Z is like 30 years old, as of this year, I think. But, go on. But, a lot of Gen Z will remember this, but I don't know if Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha are approaching 18 as well. Will soon be able to vote. There used to be something called the Yellow Pages. And the Yellow Pages was basically it was a phone book. So you'd have, if not, again, I appreciate I'm saying this to people who probably know what a phone book is, but I know for a fact that I have a lot of younger audiences, or at least I used to. Just a lot of younger people watching my videos. But a phone book was basically where you'd have names, addresses, and people's telephone numbers in. Because you didn't have the internet back then. So just look at the number, so you'd get it through the post, maybe like every year, every quarter, whatever, every 6 months you'd get your Yellow Pages, and it was a massive tome about that thick. And it was called the Yellow Pages because the page was yellow. And basically it was a place for you to find someone's telephone number if they chose to listen to it. And yeah, sure enough, it had your name and details. And had it was if you wanted to get in touch with someone. Amazingly, there was a whole lot less doxing going on then than there is today. Like, yes, unfortunately, people were stalked and murdered. If you did have a stalker, you could actually just say, I don't want to be in the... You could write to the Yellow Pages and say, please don't include me in the Yellow Pages, I want my number private, and they would respect it. Yeah. Which is in the case of saying, oh, we will do that, and then they proceed not to, like a lot of companies would today, so take me off your mailing list. No, it was... It really was a case of, like, no, you are not having my details in your book to go out to the public. And yeah, again, like, people were not as paranoid, and you know, rightly paranoid, I should say. You know, it's amazing that just people were more responsible. I think it's actually just because of like the internet wasn't as centralized, and people weren't as centralized. Yeah, if you actually wanted to go and stalk these people, you'd have to actually go out of your way to do it. And now you've got things like cyber stalking. You know. And cyberbullying and all that sort of thing. Yeah. It's funny, back in the day, we told, right, whatever you do not put your details on the internet, don't talk to strangers, and definitely do not get in a stranger's car. And nowadays I've got an Uber. You know? Oh dear. I know it's a bit of a boomer take or whatever, but things, yeah, I think there was a time where, like, you know, it's a lot harder to spread hate and you know, again, essentially ruin people's lives so quickly. You know? Like, there was still accountability back then and things like that, you know? It's now just a case that a lot of us are so desensitized to it, whatever. There's a controversy every day. But people just don't really care anymore, you know? So yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's why, since like the Battle.net Real ID controversy, I've been very, very skeptical of anyone who wants to say, oh yeah, we want to have your Real ID. Because I'm like, I mean, especially when like in the US, I think it was a case of there was so many people who had their social security numbers and all that sort of thing leaked. I don't know if this was part of the Doge cuts or what, but yeah. Massive data breach. And I'm like, I really don't want that. I don't want everything in just one massive database where everything's nicked. Like a digital pie on the windowsill. You know? For an even more old-fashioned image.
My mana is low.
Being a arena still on. So yeah, that's how I see it, you know. Tell me I'm wrong, you know. I just see all this digital instability and whatnot. I'm like, yeah. Oh dear, it's nice. Genuinely wonder what happened. I think it's like the internet has done a lot of damage to things like empathy. Because I've been like that. I mean, Christ, I remember on the Blizzard forums I said, whoever made this decision at Blizzard should be shot. You know, as a joke. Jesus Christ, my real name was attached to that, and yeah. Yeah, it was a bit of dry humour, but yeah, I can see how that could be taken, and it's like, yeah, it'd be a bit horrible if someone actually took that quite literally, and yeah, on the forums, whatever. It's not. It wouldn't be a good look, would it? So.
It's too far away. I need a target. Not enough mana.
Oh wow, and they say not to bother with chests in dungeons. Why wouldn't you? Oh, look at that. Yeah, gorgeous.
It's still recharging.
Expertise rating by 14. 16 and 15. 16 and 50 stars. Buying on equip. That's gonna sell for a fortune. What level is it? 63. You use that for leveling. That'd carry you a long way, I reckon. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't bother with them. Like, you're gonna be there for a few hours. You might as well. You might as well use the time wisely, hadn't you? Because yeah, I've noticed that when I've been doing dungeons and this, it's like they do take a while. Gonna take aggro off me, right? Or what? Cool. So yeah, that's my thoughts in a nutshell. What's that there? Death coil. Oh, he's an enhancer shaman. Shit, sorry, mate. So enhancer shamans are melee users, Oops. Yeah, making enemies run away in fear while you're trying to hit them. Best idea. I love the dungeon design. Just take a take and save things a lot. It really does. Okay, mate.
I need to get closer. That spell
Oh,
is
there it is,
for
right
red.
Anytime you want to, fantastic. Oh my fucking Christ. I've not died too far, actually. Apparently I has to get the value. So yeah, great. Smoke my drink. Sashiok. Are you a druid by any chance? No, okay. Yeah, but there's a guy called Bashiok. Well, spell the same way but with a B instead of an S for the first letter. Bashiok. Oh god, honestly, there's some weird people working at Blizzard Forums. I think Bashiok might have been one of them. Just some guy or another who completely burnt out and spiraled out of control and like But yeah. Not more queer than folk. So yeah. Just what my skills. Oh shit, my wand skill is gonna go awful now. Oh, actually, no, surprisingly not. Okay, my one-arm skill is low, my defense skill is low. Actually, not too bad. My dagger skill is low. One-armed. I like skills. I like the idea of skills. Again, just little things like that. Like, then do they have much of a point? No. But I like them. It's just there's so many ideas. Like, even just even it's the illusion of roleplay. Because a computer's doing all the work. I still like it. That's another thing as well. That's something I can talk about. I will probably talk about this if I were to play something like Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, or any game like that. Neverwinter Nights, whatever. But I will always prefer a D20 system over things like this. So D20 system is a case of, and I don't like D20 in tabletop, I prefer whatever. The point is like basically you roll 20-sided dice, you add your modifiers, you do your damage from your weapon, and it's flat stats. If it's a critical hit, you do double damage. That sort of thing. Nice and easy. Yeah, so what it works is like I'm rolling 20-sided dice, the game just does it for you. And say, I don't know, this one does a +3. Cool. So I need 17 to hit. I roll 15 +3, or wand, 18, I hit. So that number meets or exceeds 17. Damage. This is 20 to 38. So let's just say it does 20 damage. Cool. Do 20 damage. How much health has it got? 200. And it does every single there. You know? Vastly prefer that because it's easy to calculate. the thing is, it's better for the computer because it's easier to calculate those numbers, so it runs smoother. It's easy for the player to read because you have the certainty of the D20 system. You can only get 1 to 20 on that dice, and then you add your modifiers. Modifiers come from your gear.
I need more
that
mana.
sort of thing.
Still recharging.
Yeah. Well, I was playing Neverwinter hoping it was like that, but I don't think it was. Really. I was like, like this. So. So I don't like that. I know a lot of people like big numbers though. That's cool. I like lots of numbers. So like, I like things like this. This is why I like channeling spells. Because you go like that. I just got all the numbers popping out of people. I love that. Eye Affliction. There we go. Pop, 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 pop. I love things like that. There was a game called Warhammer Online: The Wrath of Heroes, not to be confused with Age of Reckoning, which is the MMO. I'm talking about the MOBA. And there was a Dark Elf priestess, and the idea was like she could pull curses on people and then pop them off at once, and it's burst damage. And it was like it was very fun.
That spell isn't ready yet.
To just like drop like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then detonate it. I love things like that. I can just explode things. It's awesome. So I prefer lots of little numbers like that there, like 37, 38, 36, popping out of people. Over. Like there, 26, 36, 77. Like, you see all those? I prefer that to one massive number every time. But that's probably harder for the game to calculate. All that popping off there, that's the damage I'm doing to it. The orange ones are like 5 damage from that. 32 damage from that. The yellow numbers are from my spell effects. The white ones are from my... How many parts were into this? This is how long it's taken me to explain. I could probably get rid of something to pick up that bow. Need one more Yeti hide.
It's too far away.
Yeah. So, I enjoy. I'm loving playing Warlock. It's great. And now that, like today, more than any other day that I've been playing Warlock, I've actually understood how Warlock plays. It's been so much more fun because I'm doing more stuff. It's like I can let my eyes glaze over and get on fine, or I can be a lot more active in it. Doing the life train, doing the life tap, all that sort of thing, and actually make progress with it. We've done it, thank fucking Christ for that. Now we're just gonna kill a shaman, and then we should be good to go. I'm gonna find a way out the caves, which isn't so bad, because again it's more XP. I know a lot of people don't like D&D's 4th edition because of like it trying to make players, and it did. Because I remember there was an advert that was like, there's a guy like this at his computer in dim light or whatever, and they chose a, should we say, not conventionally attractive man. Quite a few non-conventionally attractive gentlemen, should we say. And they were at the computer like this, like tabbing with the mouse. And the idea was like, you know, if you're going to pretend to be an elf in your basement, at least do it with friends. Dungeons and Dragons is which is ironic because it's a little bit weird. But that was their marketing. Because they wanted to appeal to the MMO crowd. And the way to appeal to the MMO crowd was apparently to not make them feel empowered or whatever, but take the piss out of them when they're in the basement. Because they're being socially ostracised, you know? Because they don't look conventionally attractive, or because they have non-mainstream interests, you know? And D&D 4th edition was described as having MMO combat, in that, like, warriors had spells and it was more about grid combat more than, you know, just like the theatre of the mind sort of stuff. Yeah, so it wasn't... Great. Talarissa. What a nice name. Talarissa. I most certainly will. Yep, we're done here, thank God for that. I don't need to go back in and compete with that Blood Elf. So, that's good. Speaking of... right, let's have a look. That was amazing timing. I'll check this message at the same time I'm walking. Okay, so... So, if you're not familiar, Warhammer have just done something called Warhammer Academy. And basically it's like it's like a course. They call them courses. And basically it's like Warhammer courses. And the idea is like you learn through like little videos of different armies, how to paint, how to build, how to play, combat patrol, 2000 point games, whatever. And you get like little achievements for doing the courses, what they call courses. And it's oh, hippogriffs. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful models. I think you ride hippogriffs in TPC, I want to say. Definitely in Wrath. I think they become more of a thing. You're level 50. Yeah, what reading? I think everyone's killing all the shaman here. Oh, a warlord. He doesn't actually give me anything for...
I can't carry.
Oh, there's no infantry room. Shit. I'll have to just drop that bow. Why have I got the practice sword? Did I purposefully buy that to enchant it or something? But yeah, so I said to my partner, like, if you want to get to Warhammer lore, I've started watching them, and they're actually alright at teaching you the lore. So, got back to me saying, it's like Hogwarts, but for Warhammer. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like it. So, yeah, because she wants to get into the lore, but she doesn't know where to start. I'm thinking, right, what videos can I recommend? But there's so many lore videos that are just like hours long, and it's like, it's not overly helpful really to just recommend, oh yeah, here's a Pancreas No Work video. Oh, the Warlord's excuse me 1 second. Please forgive me being away. And, oh, would you look at that?
That's still rechargeable.
So, oh, fine overdose. We don't like that, because that's what that's fine. Yeah, great. So, yeah, so Warhammer Academy. It does seem like a really good resource because it's a case of like we're going to break down the
I
lore
can't cast that yet.
into 5-minute videos, and then you get a little bit of progress on it. We're telling you, hey, this is what you've achieved. Finding the lore. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit cynical about it because it does seem like calling it like a course, I don't think quite has the intended effect of like it's a bit I don't want to say condescending, but would you get my meaning if I said condescending?
My mana is low.
Because it is a bit like it's like it shouldn't feel like you're doing your homework, you know? So while I'm waiting for my mana to recharge, I'm going to quickly get back a reply. It's not Hogwarts, it's it's Hog Orcs. Hog Orcs. Oh dear, right. Yeah, it seems like a really good way of getting into it, because like, there's loads of good lore videos out there and whatnot, but there needs to be something for people who just like really aren't that interested in watching a video that long. And this is a fairly good way of just sort of just showing you an entry into that world. Because like there's some great like BattleTech videos out there, but it took me days to get through like a 3-hour one about like the about like how clan invasion came about and things like that. So Jesus Christ, it's a really good video. It's well edited, it's beautiful, it's fantastic, it talks about a lot of things that are important to the setting and the lore. But who's got time for that? It's a lot to expect someone to just sit and watch a video, and especially when it's like it's your video you expect them to watch. I'm just having a look what's down here. Yeah, a lot of Dire Maul is like this as well, if you've not seen Dire Maul before. Mages, no shaman. There's a Warlock there. They've got fucking Warlocks here. No!
Inventory is full.
This is going to be fucking miserable, this quest, I just know it. They've done this on purpose, I know they've done this on purpose. So, oh yeah, we're going to throw the shamans down here just to make it that little bit harder for you to not get your quests done. Only 5 more, but I don't know where I'm going to find 5 more. I'll tell you what, I actually like that the enemies have abilities. Like, as much as I hate enemies having healing wave, I like that they do, and I like that you've got interrupts. I will never forget the time, I will never where warlords are trying to in the beta, in Frostfire Ridge, there was an ogre that was like, it would lift boulders out of the ground, it would like that, and it would levitate it above its head, ready to smash on you. If you interrupted it, the rock fell on its head and stunned it. Yeah? And that to me was amazing because it rewarded you for using your abilities. Things like that and the Green Fire quest chain were amazing. And you didn't ever really see that in the game. Outside of those 2 instances. I don't think that enemy actually survived the beta. It went into...
I can't cast that yet.
they just removed it, I think. I don't know if they did that, but... That's a shame. Yeah, there were quite a few good quests actually, that, and locations that were lost in the beta.
I need to get closer. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Yeah, so you have these tools.
I need momentum. That's isn't ready yet. Not enough mana.
Any second, you can take aggro anytime you want. Oh shit.
It's too far away. How generous.
Thanks, mate. Right. I don't know, actually, because this guy's gonna first you, motherfucker. Go on.
What do you want from me?
There you go. Level 61, very nice. So yeah, it's like how do you break up like Warhammer and all things like that? I think like Warhammer Academy. Oh, as well, it's free. It's not a Warhammer Plus thing, which is really good. So yeah, I think it's a really good way of learning the lore, and it just has bite-sized information. Like, yeah, it's not going to be the most insightful resource. It's not going to go hugely into it, but so the reason why I'm just killing these guys in general is because in doing so it increases the spawns. The more you kill, more likely there's no spawns. So you're not spawn casters, so you're not going to get your life back. So yeah, Let's get rid of the ones that nobody really wants or needs. We have a better chance of spawning the other ones. And it's more experience again at the end of the day. Oh dear, my gear's starting to break. I'll have to start doing some repairs. Shaman? Shaman? Top secret. So yeah. But yeah, I like the idea of Warhammer Academy, and yeah, I do an okay job of it.
That's still recharging.
So if you do want to get into Warhammer lore, it's a good way. It's free. I think you have to make an account, but you do get a cheat, which is basically just analytics, basically saying, look at what videos people are interested in.
I can't carry anymore.
So I'm just gonna kill one more shaman. Cool. Yeah, it's silk cloth in here, that's why I can't kill him like that. Okay. What else? Where else can we spawn some more shamans? Mage Lord. Do the shamans only have one head as well? They do. This guy and hopefully the shamans. Where to go? I wonder if I have to kill Mage Lords too.
My mana is low.
I only need one more. We can have these quests in. We're not going to level up today, I don't think. Because I'll have to
Not enough mana.
It has been fun. Yeah, it's been really fun. I appreciate watching. And yeah.
I don't have a target.
Mage Lord, and there's a shaman there.
My mana is low. I'm out of range. Inventory is full. I need more mana. Not enough mana.
It's very unlikely because he keeps.
I can't cast that yet.
Yeah, every hit is going to reduce my channel time.
Not enough mana.
As well. I think I'm dead.
My mana is low.
That was more luck than judgment. Absolutely. Praise be to Nuffle, or whoever the gods would look at. Because that was insane. See, I wouldn't have been able to do that before if it weren't. If I were playing this a couple of weeks ago.
Don't like this.
Got 2 quests to hand in, probably not going to get much from them, but that's okay. Still got rest XP. Nice. What else is going on? I genuinely can't think of that much going on in gaming that's of interest. So I can think of to talk about anyway. Yeah, just everything's just carrying on really. It's like there's very little good. It's a lot of it genuinely is just like layoffs. So you've got nothing good to say except laying people off. The thing is like Xbox's strategy of making their games is like, oh yeah, I think that's it as well. Halo Studios are shut down. Or has lost a load of people. Halo Studios, that used to be 343. 343 Industries or 343i, as they were known as. And they were the makers of like Halo after 4, I think, because Bungie were no longer doing it. So, yeah, it's like... It's just weird, I think. That they keep letting go of the people who know how to make their games. Because what they're doing is they're getting rid of people who might be paid a bit more, but have the experience. And they know the systems and now they know the game engine and things like that. It's not just as simple as you don't just walk into a job and say, oh yeah, I know how to do Unreal. Great, cool. Do you know how... But you still know our systems. Yeah, you might know Unreal, and we might be using Unreal, but you don't know how we do things, and that's a big part of it. You know? So... you end up in what's called tech debt. And tech debt is basically where you have, or brain drain, as you might know it in other places, where basically all your talent is leaving for other places. Because you can't retain anyone. Microsoft has a load of brain drain or tech debt with its Xbox division, in that they keep hiring people for cheap, letting them go, and no one's got the time to really learn how to work the systems and familiarise themselves with all the old code and things like that. So you're working off other people's work, and you're working off multiples of people's work. So just having a look at one consistent record, you are having to deal with tens of people's adjustments and additions and changes and reworks and rewrites and additions and removals. And just the change logs alone are probably going to be different between person to person. So it's just one more thing to contend with. It's like they keep doing this. Like they did it with Halo. Halo Infinite was like the worst for this, where they just kept getting rid of people who knew how to program Halo with Halo Infinite, and then they wonder why there's so many bloody bugs and they can't retain anyone. Jesus Christ. But it just keeps happening, and they keep doing it over and over again. It's like, it's no wonder that, like, Halo used to be the flagship intellectual property. It was the one game that you play Xbox for. If you had to choose one game you play Xbox for, it was that. Because unfortunately, it wasn't cameo elements of power, or Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, or Perfect Dark Zero. It was Halo. And they've stopped treating Halo like it's worth a shit. Because it's all Forza now, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know what their flagship IP is anymore. You still need it. Like, when I think of Sony, literally the image that comes to mind when I think of Sony is God of War. When I think of Xbox, I can't actually... I struggle to think of a game besides Halo. But I don't think of Halo in a positive light. I don't think of it as like, oh, it's a blockbuster... it's the perfect game for the perfect audience, sort of thing. No, I don't think of that at all. I think of Halo, which is dying on its ass. I love the reflections there, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. I think of Fallout and Elder Scrolls dying on their arse, and they've had... Oh yeah, but that's had to have a kick up the arse to actually get the ball rolling. Because funnily enough, you can't sit for 16 years just drinking money on old glories. Like, you know, you're not working for ZeniMax anymore, you work for Microsoft. And Microsoft can be fairly hands-off, to their fault. To a fault. But, they expect results. Yeah? They bought you for another Elder Scrolls game. If you ain't got another Elder Scrolls game from them, you better fucking get with the program. You know? Oh dear. Honestly, I'm glad the current CEO took over in a way, because Phil Spencer, as good as it was for a time, was just... He really just only knew PR. I don't think he was actually steering the ship in the right direction. He was sort of like sycophantic in a way. For gamers, it was like ChatGPT, you know? It's like, I hear you.
Peace be with you.
That's absolutely my fault. Well, let's make this work.
Go in peace.
Don't mention where this tribes. Okay, the High Wilderness, I can't remember through that part. I'm guessing that might have been the Yetis. No, Market Quality is the Yetis. I just realised I didn't tell you that question for the Knolls. It doesn't matter. Oh, actually, have we got a repair person here?
Elune
An
Adori.
armourer.
My goods are of the highest quality.
Oh, actually, that bow alone has just covered the cost, so that's not terrible. This bloke's upstairs. Cool. My reputation with Thanatos is increasing. Nice, because I'm honoured. Hey, I'm exalted with Stormwind. 666 reputation out of 1,000. Probably not a good sign. Sorry, I'm a compulsive screenshotter. I'm exalted. That's cool. Means I can get a horse soon. Moith.
What can I do for you? Good day to you. Looking for something specific?
So I can have some boots. Got some gloves now which I can wear. I'm gonna guess. Oh, higher armor rating I think is what they go on. So
See you around.
improved
How are you?
quality.
See
Rage
you later.
Scar Yetis. Oh, it's a daily quest, I think. It's a repeatable quest. Oh, well, that's not too bad then. Let's go meet these down here. Where are they going to expect me to do a lot of stuff from? Which I can't really do. Oh shit, no, I think I'm going to rest here actually. We've got our next quest. So, we can go there, we've got a quest there. And yeah, great. So we've got that one there we can go to. I'm going to leave it there for now, because I think we've done quite enough. But I really do appreciate you being with me this far. I hope it's been more entertaining than my typical fare. Thank you very much for watching, take care for now, and I look forward to playing again, hopefully very soon, but it'll probably be in about a week's time, I'm afraid. Alright, thanks so much for watching, take care, for now.